Hello and welcome to this month's Craft Cafe. So today I'm going to show you all the things I made this month, and to be honest, I really didn't make much this month because life was pretty hectic. But out of all the recipes I did make, there was one that was good. Sorry, this little kitty, I love you. And that was this Caribbean shepherd's pie. So I'll link the recipe down below. The only thing I changed in this recipe was the amount of chili, because I really can't handle much chili. But besides that, it was a really interesting twist on a standard. So I really enjoyed the different flavors than I usually have. So definitely recommend this one. I also find this website in particular generally has really good recipes, so it's one I would recommend. In regards to crochet, besides the beanie, I did want to try and use up as much of my scrap yarn as possible. That was the aim, and that is still the aim. I'm really trying to use it all up so it's not taking up space. So you will see a lot of scrap yarn projects to come. Without much further ado, let's take a look at what I actually made. Okay, so let's talk about the things that I made this month. So I made this beanie for my partner. I used 3 balls of 8-ply. This is in Great Southern Yarn in their natural. Why did I use 3? I wanted to make just a super chunky beanie, and this beanie is heavy. So I'm just showing you the photos because I don't have it anymore. As you can see, I'm not great at doing pom-poms. This is my first time attempting a pom-pom. It ain't great, people. It ain't great. I kept trying to neaten it up and it just got smaller and smaller and smaller, and I gave up. My partner does way better pom-poms. But that was the beanie that I made. I made some placemats for the kitchen. That way, it doesn't matter if they're hodgepodge in multiple colors, it's fine. We just use them to eat on. So this is just a whole bunch of scrap yarns that I've used for placemats, and I'm doing that because I just really want to get rid of all my scrap yarn. And if it's not going into a big blanket, then it can go into stuff like this. I just have way too much yarn. I went ballistic when I first got into it and bought every yarn from every manufacturer, and now I've got yarn for probably the rest of my life. The only other thing that I made was this tarot bag. I made it too big. I've done it way too big, and that really annoys me when I do that because I'm not gonna unravel it and do it again. So it is a bit baggy, but what can you do? I love the color. So this is, I'll show you what deck I put in here so you can see why I've chosen these colors. So I've got the Tarot of Oneness in here, and I sort of use this as an example of the color. This yarn is spun right round in Vivacious, and I think this worked up beautifully. I like how the color came out. I think it's pretty true to the yarn. It's fun, it's squishy, it's lovely. I love the button that I picked with it. It's just really gorge. I think it's a stunning colorway, and I will definitely consider using it for other projects in the future. I just love the way it worked up. And as usual, I did my bag in Suzette Stitch. So those are the projects that I've made this month. I've also started a blanket for my bedroom. It's going to take me quite a while to get some width on it, but I'll show you that next month. And that is also using up my scrap yarns. That is pretty much the main project that I'm going to be working on. It's scrap yarn, blanket, tarot bags as usual, and then eventually I'd like to do a cardigan, but I'm trying to make space, and I think if I can get rid of my scrap yarn box, it's a great way to get into it. But if anybody else has got some projects using woolen yarn that like involve scraps besides placemats, tarot mats, blankets, do let me know. And that's everything for this month's Craft Cafe. I hope that wherever you are having a charming morning, afternoon, or evening. And as always, stay wild, Star Child.